Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I never know what day it is, so I'm not even going to pretend. I hope you are having a good day, though. I'm all right, having a decent one. I can't complain too much, except for, good God, did we get a lot of snow the last couple of days? Snow and ice. It's, I guess I should stick my head out the window once in a while and actually look at the world around me. I didn't even realize it was like that until I had to go out today. That's right. Monkey left his house today. I'll be paying for that. But otherwise, I mean, I've had a pretty good day, and got to play some video games with my good friend Satsu just a little while ago. We were over on his Twitch channel playing Forest 2, or what do they call it? Son of the Forest. We played the Forest on stream, finished it out. It was a fun time, and it's really nice when me and Satsu get together. We click so well. We always have since the first time we've ever spoke, and it was nice to be back there, man. It was so nice. I just have so much fun talking with the guy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything to talk about. I really don't. Most of what I want to talk about is like mostly nonsense, and it made me laugh because I was talking with Satsu about it. I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do my show about. I have nothing. Like, now I have to go see if I can bullshit for 2 hours and see how good I am at my job. And then I thought about it. I'm like, it's really not that much different than how this show started. This show started with me just jabbering. I didn't have topics. The very first show did, and that's just because I was mad about something we talked about on Lords of the Night that we didn't have time to get into real deep. And I had more to say about it. It's not that the guy said, hey, don't talk about this. We just had to move on because the segment was over. And so I just needed to talk more. So when the show was over, I fired up the mic and I just kept going. Other than that, I did this show for probably a full year before topics became a thing. So I thought, hey, fuck it. It's not the first time I've had to do this. How's Phoebe? Phoebe is very, very good. Spoiled beyond belief. Last night, I went out to roll cigarettes, and she meowed at me, and I picked her up and I put her up on my shoulder. She loves to sit on my left arm and have me just hold her tight against my body. She'll lay her head down, and then eventually she's like, okay, hold me like a baby, and she'll push back with her front paws and go into the cradle position where I pet her belly a little bit, and she just lays there. And we did that for like 10 minutes, just me holding her as she purred really, really loudly and with her eyes closed. Oh, she was so cute. She's spoiled is how she is. She's spoiled. Now, what do you think about Russia pulls out of nuclear arms treaty? I don't think it means anything really. I think it's more of it's just a diplomatic show, I guess. Just because they pulled out of the treaty, I don't think they're going to start firing off nukes or anything. I just think they're like, fuck the U.S. because the U.S. is fucking with them. I think Putin's a shitbag. Yeah, bluster. That's a good way to put it. Lesser logic. It's some bluster from Putin. I really don't think he's going to do anything. I watched the first episode of Picard, and the show insulted the Enterprise D. What? Picard? Who does it? Who insults the Enterprise D? Because if it's any of the original cast of TNG, fuck them. How dare they write that into the show? Fucking assholes. It was Russia saying we're being stupid with our actions. It is, yeah. And we are. We are way more involved in this than we should be. And look, here's the thing. We can either get involved in this war, or we should back the fuck off. Because if we don't back the fuck off, we are going to end up in the war. Nobody wants the fat one. What? Who said? Oh, fuck them. Man, I love the Enterprise D. I want that ship. I want to live on the Enterprise D. It was pretty. The Cobra ship. Oh, anyhow. I want to talk to you guys about copyright tonight. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited to be talking copyright with a YouTuber? I have to talk about this because, oh God, there's stupid people out there who are giving really bad advice, like exceptionally bad advice. The whole thing with fair and balanced. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about that woman too much. Oh my God, what a fucking handful she is. Her and Divinity said, okay, let's back up. Fair and balanced is this clout chasing drunkard who used to be a reporter and lost her shit because she was trying to be the one who breaks the Eliza Blue story, and other people beat her to it, and she got mad, and she's like, oh my God, they stole my stuff. Lauren Chan, how dare you take my music off the video? Anyway, so it's that thing. We've talked about it before. And Fair and Balanced decided to copyright strike Divinity because Divinity made videos that showed her in a bad light. That's the real reason she did it, because it made her look like a drunken, lying hypocrite who copyright strikes people for no reason, because she does. She's done it repeatedly, and she's done it now to Divinity, 5 times, including one time where she struck 3 videos. Luckily, all 3 videos from Divinity sourced the same single video from Fair and Balanced, so it only counted as 1 strike. But she tried to get her whole channel taken down over this shit. And now it comes, you have people picking their sides. And this one idiot, I forget his name. Hang on, I have it on my screen here. What's that idiot's name? Artemisia? Arthemesia. I don't know how the fuck you say that. But he put out a video that said, Fair and Balanced strikes Divinity, and it's valid. Like, fuck, this ought to be interesting. Yes, Fair and Blue. I love that name, Fair and Blue. So this guy puts out this video. Yes, it's valid. The strike is valid. And if you watch it, this is what he does. He talks about Divinity, who runs a clip channel. Typically, she just puts up clips from, streams and stuff. From Nick Rekieta, from Legal Eagle, I don't know, all the legal channel, all the law tubers, as some people call them. Except for the Fair and Balanced ones, where she's been going after her because she's a hypocritical shithead. But this guy points to it, and he points to one from Nick's stream. He goes, see, she didn't do anything transformative. He could hit her if he wanted. True. But that has nothing to do with the videos that she made about Fair and Balanced. And he goes, look, she left up some of the ones from Fair and Balanced, like this one. And he points to the one where Fair and Balanced is shown to be, a hypocrite and a plagiarist, because she just takes somebody else's work and tries to kind of pass it off as her own. But then he points to another video, a video that says, Fair and Balanced exposes herself in seething rant, not her private parts this time. That's almost directly the quote or the title. I can't remember it exactly. And he's like, see, she didn't strike this one either. The problem is that is actually a video that she struck, but she took the copyright strike back. This guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about. And he does this really bad, I think he wants to be Tim Pool. It's this really bad Tim Pool impression. I hope that's what it is, because if he's like that in real life, he probably grates the shit out of everybody he comes in contact with. But he just gives this horrible take on what copyright is. And a whole bunch of people called him out for it. So he makes another video where he kind of sort of reads the Sargon versus Aquila actually decision, and still tries to, I'm still right. It's so bad. Don't take YouTubers' word for copyright, okay? Listen to me on this. And I've even given you advice on copyright. What you get from YouTubers, we're not lawyers. If you really want an answer on copyright, you do actually need to go to a copyright lawyer. Period. End of story. However, you can get some information. You can pick up some things. I'm Fried Chicken. I saw your comment, Monkey. Which on his video? On let Ralph in. Ralph who? But yeah, watching this shit, it's like, God damn. And then Divinity and Fair and Balanced go on the Grift cast, It's run by Defango. Defango started doing this Griftcast video series or channel, and they have those two on there. And there's a guy named Grifty, and I think it's Grifty, and Defango, who are clearly as far up Fair and Balance's ass as you could get. And then you had another guy's named Sir Gene, who was much more fair, I guess would be the way to say it. And it was just funny watching this stream because Fair and Balance just gets mad, angry. And she just keeps getting angrier and angrier because she has nothing to fall back on when it comes to the actual discussion. And she is very upset right now, guys, because she's a clout chaser, and all the clout she's been chasing recently is over the Eliza Blue stuff. Well, the Eliza Blue stuff kicked off because of censorship. Eliza was striking people who were showing the pictures from her video. And now Fair and Balanced is out there copyright striking people for no reason other than they were mean to her. They were mean to her. Ethan Ralph, what? Ralph's not here. Ralph can't be on YouTube. Funny how Blue had her own simps. Now Farron has them. Yeah, it's kind of weird, honestly. I don't understand it. I don't understand because two of the people who are really guilty of this are Chrissy Meyer, but especially Megan Fox. Megan Fox actually came out and defended her. How dare you people be mean to Fair and Balanced? And this was specifically over the plagiarized video. She hasn't even finished it yet. Bitch took it down when she got called out for it, though, didn't she? Unblock. Ralph's not blocked. He's just not allowed on YouTube. Does Ralph have a channel? I saw your comment on the dude's channel that popped up. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That Artemis guy, whatever the fuck his name is. Fairness Sims. Yes, she does. And these people are going to bat for her, which is weird because she's kind of a twat. I mean, tell Neil to unblock him. Much like Susan, I don't think Neil's going to be taking my calls. He should, though. I could help him out. I could help him with the platform to make it a little better. But yeah, it's weird watching all these people take sides, and especially with how the Eliza Blue thing kicked off, and all of these people are, made videos and stuff about Eliza Blue, or we're talking about her on Twitter and all this stuff, and they're all on the side of the person who's out there censoring people who are mean to her. And it's just weird to watch, man. These people who are all up their own asses and censorship is wrong unless the fat chick does it. Sorry, she's not that fat. She's a little over. That was mean. I take it back. The drunk chick. How about that? She has sips because that's not mediocre pussy. That's pathetic. Hey, she might have great pussy. I have no idea. Some of these pictures look like Fair and Balanced are Fair and Balanced. I'm confused by that comment. Summer, thank you. Speaking of Susan, Monkey, does your offer to touch it extend to Neil? There was never an offer to touch it. What did I ever offer to touch it? Was that 10 figures? For 10 figures, you can touch my wiener, sure. It's got to be at least what would that be? 100 million? Look, Neil, if you want to touch my penis, $10 million, you can do it. I'll just give you a flat fee, 10 million. You can touch it. Not for very long. This isn't like you're not. It's not a condiment dispenser. Can I put it that way? You can just touch it once or twice. She herself mentioned cobwebs. Isn't that just because she hasn't had sex in a long time? I've seen her impossible. Hey, look, man. Remember, the bigger chicks tend to do the dirty stuff. You don't know. She might be able to gyrate. Some of these pictures look like Fair and Balanced. I got you. All right. 8 Fair and Balanced. Gotcha. 8. I thought it said R. That's my bad. I wouldn't pay over $2. Well, the offer wasn't to you. Look, I don't know if Neil's going to be against me because I haven't shown him my penis or not. So we'll have to see what happens there. But the Susan thing, that did work out just way too many times. Way too many times I talked about my wiener and suddenly I was getting all of my green circles. Keeverdam, thank you. LOL, I was confused when you called Fair and Balanced a female since there's another Fair and Balanced who's a male YouTuber and a progressive. I had the same problem, Keeverdam, when the whole Eliza Blue thing popped up and people said, have you watched Fair and Balanced? And I was like, why are you guys talking about that fucking retard? That guy's an idiot. Like straight retarded. I'm pretty sure clinically retarded. But then I was watching a Chrissy Meyer video, and that's when I saw Fair and Balanced, the female, who her real name is out there, and I'm not doxing her. It's Fair and fuck all. I don't remember. Like I said, she used to actually be on TV. She was a reporter for one of my local news stations. She worked out of Grand Rapids. This is all on her bio. I had nothing to do with this shit. So it's not like she's unknown, but yeah, she changed her name to like Fair and Balanced on YouTube. Ha ha ha. Gotcha. I see what you did. By the way, why did your parents hate you and name you Farron? I mean, I don't know. But the copyright thing bothers me. And here's why, guys. This is actually something important to me because I do this work. We show videos from time to time that we respond to, and sometimes I make fun of people based on how fucking stupid they are. And getting your fucking panties in a wad is not a reason to strike somebody. That's bullshit. And the number of people who are giving her a pass on this and not calling her out for it, the same people who are like, oh my God, Eliza Blue is just the worst person ever. Did you see that she copyright or she shut people down on Twitter and had them kicked out? This bitch tried to get somebody's channel taken away. And none of them are saying dick to her. Instead, they're fucking defending her and still having her on their shows like there's no big deal, talking about Eliza Blue, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's because you have some integrity. You know, there's a video going around right now that I will get in a lot of trouble for when we talk about it. Have you guys seen the video of that girl getting her ass beat on the bus? Have you seen it? It's horrible. I'm not going to show it on the channel because it's bad. This kid who, I don't know how old he is. If I had to guess, I'd say middle school, maybe a little bit older. Beats the ever living fuck out of this girl on a bus, just punching her in the head over and over and over again. And then this other little kid, somebody much younger, jumps up and starts punching her too. And it's hard to watch. It's not easy. And if you read the articles about it, the mom's like, oh, she'd get bullied all the time. And all right. The problem is at the very start of the video. At the very, yes, it's two black kids who beat her up and she's a white girl. If you need to know the races, but hang on to that. If you watch at the very start of the video, you have to watch very closely. When it all starts, she is punching the smaller kid. She is standing up, punching him. And then the other kid comes from the back and starts hitting her, which there's no excuse for the beating she took. None. I'm not saying there is. However, the idea that she was just bullied, that this kid was just beating on her, is bullshit. She was beating on the other kid first. You can see it. It just happens so quick. Nobody's paying attention to it. She started the fucking fight, at least from what we can see. Fuck it. You know what? Where's the video? I want to be sure I get this on. Oh, fuck. I didn't retweet that. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. Yeah, it's horrible. And I know there's going to be, oh my God, but she got beat. Yes, she did. And there's no excuse for it. Girl beat up on bus, right? That will work. This one, right? Hang on. Nope, not that one. There's too many of these, man. What the fuck is going on school buses? We weren't even allowed to be very loud. We'd get kicked off the fucking bus. And I was like, hey, be as rude as you want to be. Oh, okay, that's got clips from it. Oh, I know how to find it. I had to look it up on Twitter. So unless Twitter fucked up, I should have it in my search. Nope, this guy right there. Now we're not going to watch the whole video because seriously, she takes a whooping. She takes a bad whooping, and this is not an edited video. You know, they didn't blur anybody's faces or anything. Oh, load the fuck up. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this? There we go. All right. We got to jump ahead because and I will put this in chat if anybody wants to watch it themselves, but the first part of it is just the camera kind of looking up, which I can show you. Present screen. We want that one. Share. There we go. See, it's pointed up or towards a door or something. I have no idea. But then it goes to this. Now, back it up just a little bit. This is the girl that ends up getting hit. You see the white shirt right there? The white girl? Now, pay very close attention. And I know the internet sucks. I apologize. She's punching him. She's punching him. She has started the fight. The kid is sitting there. He's not even defending himself. She's punching the shit out of him. And they're like, oh, she got bullied. She didn't get bullied. Somebody else stepped up to defend this. And again, the guy who beats her up is way bigger than her. There's no excuse for it. But she's not an innocent victim here. I fucking hate this shit. Is this your video? That's not the one that I have. I'll drop the one into chat that I have. So there you go. Man, I wish Rumble would get integrated faster so that we can just share together all at once. There you go for the folks over on Rumble. But yeah, she starts the fight because when I go to watch it, right, and I'm like, oh God, these things are horrible to watch, and I catch that immediately because the camera pans and like, wait a minute, did I see that? And I backed up, I'm like, sure as shit, she is standing there. But nobody has said fuck all about her punching that kid. But yeah, I guess I'm supposed to just jump on the oh my God, white kid got beat up by black kid on a school bus. Because that's the thing that everybody talks about. You know, we had interracial fights on school buses and in school, and nobody ever said shit about it. Granted, a lot of them these days are fucking horrific. But nobody ever, oh, look at the racist fight. No, it was just because we were all kids. Nothing had to do with race in that. I'm not saying that there's not a race issue. I honestly don't know. But, you know, would it be better if it was just white kids? Would it be better if it was just black kids? Would it be better if it was Asians? Good morning, nuts. We have a problem with how kids are being raised in general. The fact that nobody breaks up this fight, literally nobody. There's two adults on that bus. There's the aide and the driver. And nobody does shit. They just let this girl get pummeled. They let the boy get pummeled before that. Nobody does shit about it. We would have been kicked off the bus and had to walk or have mom drive you. And my mom was like, if you get kicked off the bus, your ass is walking. And our schools were a long way away. They were a mile away, man. Fuck no. Plus, mom would have beat my ass if I got kicked off the school bus. We don't raise kids good anymore. But it's one of those things where I know coming out and saying what I'm saying, there's going to be somebody like, oh, you just like the girl getting beat up. No, that bitch started the fight. I don't think what happened to her is okay, but she's not an innocent victim, so I'm not going to pretend she was. We can't know what happened. She could purely be the aggressor, or they could have been picking on her and she started hitting the boy who was bullying her. Both are wrong, in my opinion. That's true. But the evidence we have is her being the one who's being aggressive first. Not what is being put out there that she's just being bullied. And to the notion of her being the bullied person, for her to be standing there hitting that kid and that kid just taking it, I have trouble believing that he's bullying her. Even in the version I'm showing, she is hitting him first for like a second, then the kid in red gets up and fights back. Yeah. She's the one getting beat up, or she's the one doing the fighting. So yeah, integrity matters to me. I'm not going to pretend it's just some poor white girl when that bitch was clearly hitting that motherfucker. Anyhow, back to the fair and balance thing, and not really the fair and balance, the censorship thing. And I want to talk about YouTube and DMCAs, because this part I can talk about with some knowledge. I'm watching people talking about this, including a stream tonight on Madcore. Watching the guys talk about it on Griftcast, and everybody seems to have it in their head that when it comes to DMCAs, YouTube takes a side. YouTube doesn't take any sides in DMCAs. They don't. This is what happens. If you file a DMCA, YouTube goes, all right, we got to take that down, because that's what they're supposed to do legally. And the way to get it back is you can file an appeal. The appeal, YouTube doesn't pay attention to that. It gets sent directly to the person who struck you. And they can at that point decide to, okay, yes, I'll remove the strike, or no, I'm hanging on to it. At that point, you have a choice. You can be like, all right, fuck it, I'm taking the strike. Or you can counterclaim. The counterclaim sends a notice to the person who struck you that says you have between 10 and 14 days, depending on when the weekends fall. But you have 10 business days, basically, to sue me or release the fucking claim. And if YouTube doesn't get proof of a lawsuit being started, then your stuff immediately goes back up. That's how the system works. YouTube doesn't look at it and go, Frank was right in this one. This guy's an asshole for striking him, so we're going to remove it. That's not how it works. People confuse the way that community strikes work, where YouTube does get in there, versus the DMCA system, where YouTube's hands are legally tied. YouTube takes a side. They wash their hands of it and let people involved fight it out. They take the legal road. Because if you are issued a DMCA, or if a DMCA is issued, you are legally supposed to take it down. That's how it works. Like YouTube even agreed with me. YouTube didn't agree with you at all. They may agree with you, but you have no proof of that. YouTube let the system work. And this is something I encourage people. If you do get hit with a DMCA, fucking counterclaim those fuckers. Now, I don't support in any way stealing people's content. I do believe that you should have to either have permission, like most of the clip channels do. They use people who are like, yeah, use my shit, I don't care. Or it needs to be transformative to a point where it is fair use. But fair use only matters if copyright matters. So copyright does matter. I'm not saying, hey, use everything. But if you are in the right, absolutely counterclaim these fuckers. Fuck them. I've only had to counterclaim one person or one entity, and it was CBS. I had to actually do a counterclaim with those fuckers. And they did. They were like, fuck it. All right, you can use it. Fucking assholes. Now, the one part that does suck with the DMCA is if you're issued a DMCA and you appeal, they have up to 30 days. And a lot of these shitbags will sit on it for 30 days. CBS, I fucking hate CBS because they are the worst with this. They will sit on it for all 30 fucking days. Dirty shitheads. What was that? Something just came. I got a notice on my phone. I have no idea what it was. I don't care about that at all. Okay. Anyway, moving along. Should we talk about un-American Congress people? Muggy, I got a copyright claim on my latest video. Most copyright claims I don't even bother with. Like fuck it, all right, because all they're doing is claiming the content so they get any revenue. I don't get revenue off of these videos. I get like $1 if I'm lucky. A really good video, I might get $1 off of. They want to take my dollar, fuck it, I don't care. If you get a copyright strike, I do absolutely challenge those. What was the claim for, Stacy? If you don't mind my asking, you don't have to tell me. A2P, thank you so much. The problem with counterclaiming is unless you have a PO box, it requires one to dox themselves. People abuse this fact all the time. It's the same way with an appeal, though. You have to give your information. Believe me, the first time I got a claim, it was from one of Christy Winter's crew, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm giving him my information," because you have to give your name and your full name, and be easy to find you from that. Which un-American of the 535 choices are we talking about? We're talking about what's her name? Judy Chu. Yes, Pyrus, 50 splinters. Un-American congressman, why did you repeat yourself? I know, right? Oh, Q, give me a second. Let me load that up over here so I can actually read it without it interrupting itself. Oh, Pumpkin Trucker, I saw your thing and I meant to read it and I got distracted. I am so fucking sorry. I actually did see this when it came through. Pumpkin Trucker, thank you so much. 16 minutes ago. Fuck me. I'm so sorry, dude. Neil, touches monkey's pee-pee. Little monk, someone wants to play? Go to phase 2. Monkey, no, do not go to phase 2. That's a man. He's not even an actress. Yes, indeed. Hey, what's up, Golf City? How you doing, my friend? How's the new show going? How you doing, man? Gasly is in chat there. That's Golf City. If you're not watching him, you definitely should be. I'm all right, man. How you been? And seriously, how's the show going? First episode was released Monday, right? Hang on one second. I need to make you a moderator so that you can drop your links to your show, dude. Anyway, thank you so much, Q. In my layman's opinion, the DMCA takedown process itself is unconstitutional. It circumvents the foundational concept of innocent until proven guilty by putting the burden of proof on the accused infringer. Yeah, that's why the counterclaim system is the remedy for that. Pilot went great. Just taking a break from it. Cool. I still haven't had a chance to watch it. All right. I was going to say I'm busy, but part of my being busy was playing Hogwarts Legacy in my offline play to finish it. So it's not the best reason to be busy, but I was desperate to finish that game because I was really, really having fun and I'd been looking forward to it. But I am going to watch the pilot episode. Yes, thank you for dropping the link. Guys, go over there and watch. Go watch. Not right now, but in a minute. Can you bring Gasly in? Gasly is welcome. Gasly, if you want to hang out, let me know. Gasly is always welcome here. He is a good guy, and I enjoy talking to him. And it really has been a long, long time since we had a chance to speak. We need a Kiwi Farms chat bot for the lulz at the very least. Oof. I'm not sure that's necessary. Capcom content claim my video, but are allowing it to be put up on my channel. Does Capcom do that with games? See, I don't play Nintendo games online or on my channel because they have been known to be dicks about that stuff. They have just, all right, it's on there. It's been on there for months and months. Fuck it, we're taking it all down now. And I do not trust them, so I do not play Nintendo games online. I'm in line at Whataburger. Sweet. Let me get home and try it out. Sweet. Yeah, just let me know, man. How dare you play Hogwarts, some crazy LGBTQ person. Did you guys see? Oh my God. Hogwarts Legacy's numbers have come out. In the first 2 weeks, they sold 12 million copies, $850 million. Whew. Just sub to you. I'm here from AP. Oh, AP, I love the guy. And welcome. He's bringing us food. I've never been to Whataburger. We don't have them around here. We don't have anything around here. We have a McDonald's, a Burger King, and a Taco Bell. You know what they put in every small town in America? That's like fine outdoor dining, or not outdoor dining, eating out dining in small town America. Yeah, that's what we don't even have like a sit down restaurant anymore. What about Wendy's? We don't have, the closest one to me is almost half an hour away. Yeah. Yeah, they said it's cool, so I shouldn't have been struck like that. Yeah, it's fucked up, Stacy. I'm glad at least they're just taking the what's the word? Money. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of copyright claims, but I really don't mind them as much, especially since on my channel, fuck it, dude, you're gonna get 40 cents. Good luck to you. I hope you buy half a bag of chips with it. The little bags, not the big bags, because those fuckers are like $8 now. But anyway, yeah, the Capcom has said they allow players to make gameplay videos. One thing you'll run into playing video games online, this is why I turn off music online. Well, I also turn off music because I hate most video game music. You will run into getting hit with a copyright strike for the music in a game. Several games have started doing streamer mode, where you can actually click a button and anything that they don't have all the rights to will be silenced on there. But I was playing Red Dead, right? And I had the music off, which sucks because Red Dead with the music on, oh my God. But I had the music off, but Dutch plays a little phonograph record, and I got close to it in one of the streams, and I got hit. I got a copyright claim on it. That one I did challenge because I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. That was incidental. And they did release it like that day, so good on them for doing so, but that's how sensitive the fucking thing is. Thank you, S. Cybertaz. Ralphie McGunt is a fan of copyright claims. Yeah, I've heard that about him. I've heard that, and most of the ones I've seen of him are bullshit. I hate that shit. Creators who misuse that system, I think they should be kicked off the platform. I really do. If you're going to try to take people down like that, abusing the system, knowing you're wrong, like people, Fair and Balanced knows goddamn good and well what she did was bullshit. And if you've read the DMCA, the actual law that's part of, that's a fucking criminal offense. Knowingly misusing the DMCA, one, you have to sign that you are doing this under the rules of plagiarism. But it's a federal fucking offense to do that. Nobody ever actually prosecutes it, so people get away with it. But it's a fucking crime. Thank you, Snubber. On Hogwarts, VTubers are practically at each other's throats. One girl spoke out. She's a huge Harry Potter fangirl, and T community are downplaying her hate and attacking any VTuber that defends her. That's fucked up. That game is fun. The story, oh God, they could have done the story so much better. The story didn't pull me in the way some games do. And it's because it wasn't the best well written. It is a really fun game though. And running around casting spells at people, it's a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. I will play it again. I'm going to do a Slytherin playthrough. I hate that none of the decisions you make really seem to matter. There's only one line of one quest line where your decisions matter at all. And to the overall of the game, they don't matter at all. So it's fucked up. Wait, am I racist? Who called me racist now? Most people agree the game's a solid 6 or 7. I would give it a 7. I would. Word has it there will be a sequel, or there will be sequels. This game, I've said this before about Hogwarts. It feels like the first Harry Potter movie or the first Harry Potter book. And when you're making a fantasy world like that, one of the problems is with the first book or movie or whatever it is that you have to build the world. And so a lot of the first stuff is it kind of seems meaningless, but it becomes much more meaningful as these stories go on. And when if you look at the, like, especially the Harry Potter series, it's my favorite example of this. You have this world being built, and then the second one, it's still kind of world building. You get into 3 and the story starts taking off, and by the time you get to 7, it's just a really good story. And once again, I have to say this: I'm not saying that J.K. Rowling is the best writer, but she tells a very good story. She set up a very nice world. Mass Effect, I thought, built their world really well. They did, and you can do it with a good story. The first Star Wars, the story itself is kind of pretty straightforward, but they're setting up so many things that end up in 2 and 3. And by 2 and 3, I mean Empire and Jedi, not uh, Attack of the Clones and right. What is it? Revenge of the Sith. Fucking shit movies. Okay, so I wasn't being called racist this time. Yes, it's. I never know when it's me. Yeah. Just a misunderstanding in chat. Everything's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. Nuts. I saw. So this sounds random, but if James O'Keefe mentions Ranting Monkey, my bad. What'd you do? Thank you, Keldrig. Everything I've heard about the game is that it's decent, not amazing, and I bet it wouldn't have nearly the audience it does if it weren't for the outrage mob. I was talking with Satsu about this. I disagree. This game would have been just as big. I don't think it sold 12 million copies because people were like, oh, fuck those people with the outrage. I think the videos leading up to it, the fact that it was fun, the fact that it wasn't buggy as shit. For a major game launch, this one was pretty good. Calling Harry Potter a good story overrates it. I disagree. Faithless says free press. I mean, that's fair. But one, it's rare to have a game that is that good right out of the gate, especially with the few bugs that it had. I know. Oh, there's bugs. It wasn't that bad. And I had one time where I fell through the world. It is a monster of a game to run, though, man. That fucker is a monster. But Harry Potter, this is something fans have been dying for a long time. A game where you get to play in there. You're not forced through the story of Harry Potter. You just get to hang out in that world and have your own story. Send an email to O'Keefe, and I linked this stream instead of the video I meant to send. Whoops. Oh, that's cool. Hi, James. I don't know who to take sides with in that, but I do think that Veritas is screwed without you, man. I really do. But yeah, I think the game would have been just as good because this is something people have been waiting for this. You ever play a Harry Potter game? You ever play it? They all fucking suck. The only ones that are good are the Lego ones. And those, I mean, they're not really, you're in the world, but it's a Lego game. And having the ability to actually play in the world and run around Hogwarts and run around Hogsmeade and all over I do wish we would have got to see like Diagon Alley. I wish you could see Azkaban without being a Hufflepuff, because now I have to play a Hufflepuff to see Diagon, or not Diagon, Azkaban. But yeah, I think just word of mouth on this one would have done it. Harry Potter on Game Boy Color wasn't bad. I remember playing it on, I want to say GameCube, one of the Harry Potters. And it wasn't horrible, but it was like, this is a movie tie-in game, you can tell. And those games tend to be really formulaic in how they do stuff, where it doesn't really match with how the story goes. I mean, they go through the story, but in the meantime, you also have to go twirl birds or some stupid shit. The Lego games are repetitive as shit, but I find myself still playing them. They are repetitive, but they have good puzzles in them. That's what makes those fun to play. I adored the KOTOR games. Shame they went with the MMO later. Yeah, I liked the original KOTOR. The second one was good, but I hated the story, and I hate the idea of gray Jedis. Ugh. No, it's dark and light, period. That's kind of the point of the story. And no, we have We have morally ambiguous Jedis too. No, 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 no. But yeah, I liked it. I loved in KOTOR that they set it so far back that you're not dealing with Darth Vader and the Emperor. You actually get your own story. And that's part of what made it so much fun. You ever play a fucking Star Wars game? One that's based on the movies? Ugh. Gray Jedi are canon. They're not in the original 3 movies. Gray Jedi are they're an abomination. It's light side, dark side. Gray side. Kiss my ass. That's oh God. Why does everything have to? The whole point of it is good versus evil, not good versus evil versus kind of. Everybody wants to have that cool thing. No, good and evil. Good and evil. It's a time-tested story arc where you have the good guy and the bad guy fight each other. I mean, I might fight you today. I'm feeling kind of light side today. I'm gonna take today off. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel a little darky side. Huh. Monkey just doesn't like good storytelling. I think good storytelling can happen without having to have all that morally gray shit. I do. I think that's what made the original trilogy work. It's just good and evil. Whatever happened to having good and evil? And then people are like, I don't understand what's wrong with the world. You made everything morally gray. Everything is morally gray. You can't just have good and evil. That doesn't mean you can't have stories that are good like that. Anti-hero. I love a good anti-hero. But the whole point of the original Star Wars is good versus evil. The ultimate evil of the universe, the Emperor and his little puppet, Darth Vader. Life isn't always binaries, Monk. I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about entertainment. I like a good Western where you have a good and a bad. I like Tombstone. Tombstone, you have the Earp brothers and Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday's morally gray, but the Earp brothers are not. It's this is what's right, this is what's wrong. And then you have the Clantons and the Cowboys who are just fucking bad guys. You have good versus evil. Good guy wins. That whatever happened to that? We got to deconstruct everything. Now I'm an old man. I'm yelling at this guy, telling him to get the fuck off my lawn. Get off my lawn, you little bastards. Take your little gray Jedis with you. Take them gray Jedis off my fucking lawn. Life also doesn't have telekinetic. You know, to that point, Dangerous, I used to love playing WoW and having somebody go, that's not realistic. I was playing as a talking cow. I was playing as a Tauren. I was playing as my my Tauren druid and hearing people talk about that's not realistic. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? It's a fantasy game. It doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, I get wanting some realism to it, but I'm like, I'm a fucking talking cow. You're an orc for fuck's sake. That dude over there, he's undead. No, it needs to be realistic. All right, I guess. I love people. I really do. They make me laugh for all the wrong reasons. Never really played the MMO. Which MMO are we talking about? Are we talking about KOTOR? And did I ever play KOTOR? I don't think I did. I played oh fuck, what's the one with Oblivion and fuck, what's the name of that one? The Elder Scrolls Online. That's what I played. For about 10 minutes. I walked in, I saw the characters, I turned around and said, fuck this, and left because it looked like shit. And it looked like a PlayStation 1 game. I was offended. It was so bad looking. There's consistent rules in fictional reality, but I agree realistic is always a weird term. If you want to make the argument it doesn't fit with the story, it doesn't fit with the established lore, fine. That's a different argument though. Uh, what is Star Wars TOR? What is that one? What is that one? Black Romeo. That looks familiar, and I can't figure it out in my head. Would you consider Fantasy or Final Fantasy 14 or Guild Wars 2? Play? Probably not. John, thank you so much for the donation. That has a link in it. I'll have to check that out. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Is that the online one? Is that what it's technically called? I've never played it. Never played it. I've heard good and bad about it, but I think some of the people who like it played Galaxies, and they're like, "This is better than Galaxies," which was a low fucking standard. Remember in Galaxies when you couldn't become a Jedi unless you got really lucky. DOJ investigates Alex Jones's cat, not satire for fucking real. That's wonderful. Thank you for that donation, John. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, if you guys never played Galaxies, it wasn't guaranteed you become a Jedi. You had to do a whole bunch of questy shit, and then maybe you would become a Jedi. I don't remember if they ever changed that, but that's how it was when you started out. Galaxies could have been a great game. You're playing with your dingling. I'm not playing with my dingling. Morrowind was mind blowing at the time. It was. I never liked Morrowind just because it's one of those games that was a little too open for me. Did anyone ever play Rogue Squadron games? I played Rogue Squadron. We the whole family played Rogue Squadron. What system was that out for? Yeah, we all played the shit out of that. They did, then everyone was a Jedi. Oh, there you go, Cybertaz. Well, I mean, that's the point, isn't it? You want to play a Star Wars game. Do you really want to be the guy who's selling gear? I mean, maybe some people. You had to play for over a year to start the quest line for Jedi's. Yeah. Fucking, I don't know who decided that for Galaxies. You're like, hey, we're gonna have a Star Wars game where maybe you can become a Jedi. Maybe one day. Rogue Squadron 2 was on GameCube. Love that. I don't know if I played 2. I know we played the first one. Had a lot of fun with that one. I still have Morrowind and Oblivion. I have Morrowind, Oblivion. Actually, I have all of them. I have Arena. I have oh shit, what's the second one? Fuck. Why does my brain do this to me? Daggerfall. I have Daggerfall and Arena, but I've never played them. Morrowind, I played maybe half of. Ha! I beat you guys. My brain gave it to me. Daggerfall. I knew I'd get there. I played the shit out of Oblivion. I loved Oblivion, and I still have never beat. Fuck, what's the new one called? The newest, I should say. Fuck. I can pull up my Steam and see what it is. But I've never finished it. I hated the dragon shit in that one. I really fucking hated it. Skyrim, thank you. Now that one I didn't get. My brain was like, no, we gave you Daggerfall. You get one tonight. I played Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, which is just basically Age of Empires of Star Wars. Yeah, I love Galactic Battlegrounds. That was a lot of fun. Just remember the CD size patch that fixed Daggerfall. Never played. Like I said, I've never played it. It was released where you could download it, and I have it for some reason. But it's one of those games that it's too old for me to play. Does that make sense? If you're playing a series of games, for me, it's hard to go backwards on them. It's hard for me to like start at the third in a series and go back and play 1 and 2. I'm much more likely to go back and watch somebody play 1 and 2 because it's just like, ugh, I can't. Best strategy game franchise is Total War. I like Total War. I just get bored with it pretty easy. I have several Total War games. This game is too old. How very Epstein of you. Have you ever played X3? First game I got on Steam. Great game. No. I have X X4, right? That's the newest one. There was a sale on it not long ago, and maybe it was at the Christmas sale. I think it was before the Christmas sale, but a really good sale on. I want to say it was X4, and so I picked that one up, but I haven't played it yet. I haven't put it in. Total War was phenomenal. Which Total War? Age of Empires is always gold 20 years later. I liked Age of Empires. I liked all of those games at that time. Because they had Age of Empires, they had Age of was it Mythology? What was the name of that one? Was it Age of Mythology? Um Rise of Nations. What were the other ones that were similar to that kind of stuff? I mean, I guess you could trace them all back to the Civilization games, just different takes on it, depending on which one you're playing. James Colley, thank you so much. Some people played Star Wars games to play with their own Wookiee. Fight me. Fair, I guess. I guess. But I mean, I would play as Han Solo if they would let you actually be cool like Han Solo, the original Han Solo before they made Guido or what the fuck his name is. Shoot. God, that was so fucking horrible. Civ 5 is my most played game. I like the Civilization games, but I get bored with those. I really do. In my day, when you were talking about X3, we were talking about Mega Man. I love the Mega Man series. I had a lot of fun with those back in the Nintendo days. But when I left the console world, which I really don't play consoles very much anymore, I haven't played them since. I'm stuck playing The Sims. What do you mean stuck? The Sims is great. Which Sims are you playing? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I beat Skyrim even though I didn't want me to. I had a problem where I accidentally hit an ally PC. Oops. Whoopsie. That's one of the issues in that game. In the Elder Scrolls thing. I like how much freedom you have, but accidentally hitting somebody or accidentally stealing something and somebody sees you. Essentially essential to the main plot, and I was OP at that time. She couldn't kill me, and can't die. Whoopsie. There should be like a reset on that where you can like go pay a fine or something. Um, did you say Guido? Because that's very different things. I never remember his name. He was the dead guy that Han shot. I always call him Guido because that's what my mind goes to. Have a good night, Pyrus. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. 133 of you watching me on YouTube right now talk about video games. I love you guys. How many's over here on Rumble? I have to refresh Rumble the first time I do it, and then it'll start telling me. I have one person on Rumble. No, there we go, 24. Like, wow. I see you. I just can't see you. I love Space Combat and Galaxy. I heard because Galaxies didn't start with Space Combat. That was a DLC, right? Well, it was an expansion pack. Back when we called them, you kids today just don't know. We used to call them expansion packs. That was an expansion for it, right? The Galaxies. What was the name of it? Fuck. I don't remember. But yeah, that was an expansion. I don't ignore you, cannibalistic. How dare you? Whether Han shot first or not is irrelevant. Only one walked away. No, it is absolutely relevant. And here's why. It shows Han's character. He's smart enough to know what's about to happen, and he takes the first shot. It is vital to who he is. That him defending himself, he was defending himself. Jump to light speed. That's what it was, Bran. Yes, yes, yes. But anyway, it is vital to the character and who he was. If he doesn't shoot first, he's actually defending himself from being shot because the guy shot him. Shooting first is a characteristic. He knows what's about to happen, and instead of waiting and it being an actual self-defense, it's preemptive self-defense. Han shot. Greedo never shot at all. Greedo never shot at all. There was no first shot. It was just the one. I agree. And the changes they made to that are fucking stupid. Back when expansion packs were basically another game, depended on the expansion pack. A lot of them were great, added a lot of content. one of my favorite games, Neverwinter Nights. The expansion packs for that were basically another game that you just got to continue with the same character. But there were some expansion packs were garbage. They might as well be what we can now call DLC, and you had to pay 20, 30, even $40 for it, depending on who made it. Han always shot first. As somebody else said, Han's the only one that shot. So Guido never got a shot off. He got killed. Han answers the question, what do you do when a space bounty hunter comes for you? Shoot first. Yes, shoot first. And it really is vital to the character of who he is. And for them to change that because Lucas becomes a pussy in his old age, fuck that. Ultima 7's expansion pack was friggin' massive. The only Ultima I ever played was the one that they released for the Nintendo. I forget which one that was. I want to say it was like Ultima 4. But I had a lot of fun with that one. Old PC games, expansion packs back were a whole new game, like Total War and Barbarian Invasion. Again, it depends. Some of them were crap. Some of them were aesthetic more than anything else, and they would add like one small new area and charge you $40 for it. Also, it's a character arc where Han goes from being a ruthless guy who would just shoot a dude without a second thought to come back and helping Luke finish the mission. It doesn't, I mean, his character arc, that is part of it, but I don't think the shooting part is. I think that shows how clever he is. And you see that again in Empire when they're trying to get away. The hyperdrive doesn't work, so he just kind of sticks onto the side of the ship and drifts away. He's a worldly man. That's what it shows, that he's smart enough to know what's about to happen, and he takes advantage of the situation. My first computer game was Car Wars. I've never played any of those. Did they ever make a second one? I remember the game, but I never played those. Again, guys, anything you want to talk about? I was going to talk about that fucking Judy Chu person, but fuck her. I don't really care about her right now. I really don't want to do like political stuff. Is that wrong? Some nights I just don't want to do it. Some nights I just want to chat. A little stream of conscious kind of thing. YouTube needs to stop changing shit. Now my name highlights in gray rather than orange on mobile, at least. I've never seen the colored names over here except for people who have like a wrench. They get the blue. Everybody else is gray. Over on Rumble, they have colored names. Bran, and what I can see of Bran is a what would that be? A yellowish brown. And Cannibalistic is pink. I'm purple. So yeah, over here it's always been gray. I've never seen it colored. He means ranting. Who means ranting monkey? Gray like a Jedi. How dare you? Stop that shit. If you have channel memberships, it shows up in green. That's true. And the reason I don't have channel memberships is they keep wanting me to put some kind of reward for channel memberships, and I don't know what to do as a reward. And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So if you do want a kind of channel membership, you can go over to Streamlabs, and you can do a monthly donation over there. But here, I don't know. Until I can figure something out, we'll never have green names over here. All this Star Wars, did anyone bring up? Did you mean to say KOTOR? Did you miss the other O? We did talk about Knights of the Old Republic. I love Knights of the Old Republic. The first one was so good. And the second one was all right, but Gray Lady pissed me off, and that really, and the final fight in that one is so janky. Fuck. There's so many bugs in that game, and they never fixed it. Wasn't there a fan patch that fixed a lot of that shit? Phoebe pick and a custom song. Custom song comes at the end of every show. Jedi Academy was fun, but Jedi Outcast was better. I think lots of people just give members emojis. Huh. I'll have to look into that. But what were we talking about? Oh, Jedi Academy. I loved Jedi Outcast because it is the only Star Wars game, and this includes Jedi Academy. The only one I've ever played where I actually felt like I was the one using the lightsaber. It actually mattered which way you moved. You can make monkey emojis. I have monkey emojis. It's pretty easy to do. Fuck, I have so many monkeys. So many. One of these days I'm going to go through. The reason I don't use them is because they're an old style of monkey that I used to do. It was a thinner monkey, and I need to fix them all to make them the cuter, fatter monkey, which by the way is more representative of me. Especially as I get older, I should put like stubble on this guy. But I have a bunch of them, man. I have Spider-Man, and I have a Leprechaun, and I have one with Bedhead. I have just a shit ton of monkeys. I have a Mr. Spock. I have a vampire. I have a zombie. I have a soldier. I have a soldier that I made for you guys know my friend Ryan. Those of you who watch the game channel. It was in his honor I made that one. Yeah, just tons of them. I got them fixed so they look better. You have custom ones on Twitch? Yes, I do. That Tiger made for me. If you really want to play as an overpowered Jedi, play Force Unleashed games. They're awesome. I played the original one a little bit, and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be doing with it. It was fun running around having like awesome powers, but I was like, Ghost Monkey from Halloween video. Do I have a Ghost Monkey? I don't think I do. I do have like I said, a zombie and a vampire. Did you ever play Warcraft 3? Oh, Warcraft 3 for story is one of my favorite games. Story-wise, Blizzard used to be the shit with telling stories. And Warcraft 3 is probably the pinnacle of that. The Arthas storyline in there, I don't give a shit about the elves. That storyline bored the shit out of me. But the Arthas storyline in there is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's really, really good. Fat Monk. Yes, indeed. The fan patch for KOTOR 2 is amazing. I'm glad Steam just practically gives it to you. Like, no, you need this. I haven't played KOTOR 2 since it came out. Played it, beat it, hated that fucking fight at the end. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this again. The original one I beat a couple of times. That reveal when it turns out you're Revan, like, oh damn, how did I not see that coming? How did I not see that coming? Never played Warcraft. I played Red Alert. I played the shit out of Red Alert. My friend Ryan, again, he got the original Red Alert, and back then, the Sierra was the one who owned it at that time and was making it, if I remember correctly. They gave you 2 discs. They gave you the oh shit, what's the Nod is the bad guy. What's the other one? The GD Global Defense something. Anyway, you got 2 discs, and they actually encouraged you to give one to a friend. That way you guys could play against each other and play. And he gave me his Nod disc. Westwood, that's what it was. Thank you, Hector. At GDI, that's the other one. So yeah, I played the shit out of that. I played 1, 2, 3 Generals. I played Tiberium Wars. I played what are the other ones? The ones with the Soviets taking it. Red Alert, thank you. The Red Alert Command and Conquers are the overall game. I love Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer is awesome. Somebody got me the remastered one. I played it. It was a lot of fun. Red Alert 2 was awesome. Generals is actually probably my favorite of all of them, though. I really liked. I liked it a lot, and I can't point exactly to what it is about that one that made it different for me, but Red Alert 3 was shit. Red Alert 3 is great. It's almost like oh shit, what's the name of that game? Fuck, I can't remember. But Red or sorry, not Red Alert, Command and Conquer 3, when you get to the aliens, that's where I was like, "Ah, fuck this game." It was so stupid. Have Frosted pick a quote for you from your many great quote for a quote of the month. Um, I was let's go back to Fair and Balanced for just a moment. If any of you ever want to like clip parts of the show, you cannot take the whole show. But if you ever wanted to clip parts of the show and put it on your channel, I have no problem with that. Um, I am surprised I'm not quoted more for some of the stupid shit I say on this thing. I appreciate that you guys are nicer than that. I love the US theme in general. I just had a lot of fun with that game. My wife used to play that one. I only played the Command and Conquer series, any of them, except for the original, which I played with my friend solo. My wife used to play multiplayer online. Lady Monkey was good at that shit. Doug Resurrect, thank you so much for the feminist $12. The Arthur storyline was absolutely amazing. Went from a good intentioned prince to the Lich King, all because he wanted to save his people at any cost. A good lesson there. Yes. And again, I've said this before. When it comes to World of Warcraft, you get into Wrath of the Lich King, and that's where you finally take down Arthas. And I love that they did not give him any kind of redemption arc. When he's dying, he's just like, "Is it over?" And his ghost dad is like, "Yes." And I loved that whole story. Unfortunately, after that, the writing just got kind of shit. If you've never played it though, seriously, go watch somebody play World of Warcraft, or sorry, Warcraft 3. The Arthas storyline was so good. And the way they did it, I mean, there's a build up to it until you get to Strathholm. When he gets to Strathholm and he makes that decision, fuck. I'm not. I just don't share all of my out of context quotes I clip. Fair enough. To be fair, though, Tiberium was an alien substance, so aliens was inevitable. When Command and Conquer 3 comes out and they announce there's going to be a third faction, everybody knew it was aliens because of Tiberium coming from space. And they're like, "No, it's not aliens. It's something else." Like, come on, we know it's aliens. It's like the guy from the History Channel. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's totally fucking aliens. Best game, Icewind Dale, and the reason it's the best, the Battle of the Broken Hand. I've never beat Icewind Dale. I played through quite a bit of it. I'm much more of a fan and have played a lot more of Icewind Dale 2. And it really sucks that when they did the remasters of Baldur's Gate 2, and Icewind Dale, they never remastered 2. It didn't sell enough copies of the other ones to justify them making that one. I was like, that's fucked up. Because that is my favorite of them. I played the shit out of that one. And I sucked at it too, because it used the harder D&D rules. And if you don't know what you're doing when you build your party, you're just going to get your ass kicked a lot. And let me tell you, it took me a while to figure out a decent party. I was getting my ass kicked at the beginning when just the goblins were attacking. Fuck. Yeah, but I had a lot of fun with that one. I do own all of them. Did I ever beat Baldur's Gate? I want to say I beat 1, but not 2. I did have fun with 2, but I end up getting bored with it, honestly. And then from there, if you like the BioWare, who eventually gets the rights to those, right? They went on to Neverwinter Nights next, which is one of my favorite games ever. Neverwinter Nights 2 was fun, but the story sucked ass. It was not a good story. But I did like that you could build your castle, your keep, and have your little workers and shit there. That was cool. I just hated the overland map. I hate those things. I really don't like them. Yeah, are we talking about Farron? Yeah, Farron just doing her copyright shit. And people standing up for her and getting everything wrong is just fucking stupid. Fallout Vegas is my favorite. I like Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 1 and 2, specifically 1, had a much better story. 2, and actually maybe 2 had a better story. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2 had a better story. But I had a lot more fun in those. 3, when they take us into the 3D world, when you're in a first person shooter mode, it's still good. It's still fun. I like the world. Same with New Vegas. And actually, I even enjoyed Fallout 4 when I finally did play through it all the way. But it just feels like there's something missing in the storytelling. The original storytelling was dark and ugh. Did you ever play Dungeon Keeper? Yes, but not very much because I played. Oh fuck, what's the name of it? Is it just Dungeons? I'm trying to remember. There's a game that comes out that's like Dungeon Keeper. Fuck, I'm gonna have to turn on my Steam to remember the names of these fucking games. I remember reading about Dungeon Keeper, and whoops, sorry, I just punched my mic. Dungeon Keeper comes out, and there's this really good write up of it in PC Gamer. I'm like, oh, I want to play that, and I could not get my hands on it. And I recently, and by recently I mean with like in the last 2 years, I did get a copy of it, but by that time I'd already played the other. Hang on, close that. Make sure we're not downloading anything so it doesn't screw us up. And of course we are, because there's always a fucking download on Steam. All right, let me bring this up here. I want to say it's just called Dungeons. Fuck, I have a lot of games. Yeah, Dungeons 2 and I have 2 and 3. I don't know if I ever played 1. But they're very similar to Dungeon Keeper. And having played them and the more updated graphics and stuff and trying to go back and play Dungeon Keeper, I was just like, I can't. I like the idea of everything. For those of you who don't know, Dungeon Keeper, you actually play as the guy who builds the dungeons that heroes come into and get killed. And it's pretty cool. Fallout 3, it's just a little 3D. It's still good. It's still good. Yeah, it was. It just wasn't as good as 1 and 2. Choices mattered more in Fallout 1 and 2. They did. They actually, at the end of 1 and 2, you get this breakdown of what happened based on things you did or didn't do. Yeah, it was really cool. And you could play through several different times and you get different things. And yeah, I really did enjoy the first 2. And they were hard as fuck. I never played Planescape. I believe I own it. I think it's one of the ones that I picked up on some weird ass sale. I'm like, oh, I'll play that someday. It's a really great game, but I've heard lots of great things about it. And then I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to ever play that. And unfortunately, you can't just get your money back on Steam because they're like, no, you've owned it too long. Like, but I've never played it. Let's see. Do I have Planescape? Oh, no, I don't have that one. That's one I have not picked up. Why am I looking at my Steam? Turn this shit off. How did we get on? I love that you guys love video games. Hi, Monk. You check Twitter? Typically not throughout the stream. Oh, send a video. I definitely won't watch a video during a stream. Not unless it's something that has been vetted for me. I like how Dishonored handled the concept of consequences. I never played Dishonored. That's a FSP, right? FPS. FSP. What the fuck am I saying? Like DSP, but with a P. I'm usually playing a game while I listen to this show. I love video games. That's my release. People are like, those are for kids. Shut up, bitch. Your hobby's watching TV. I don't want to hear your shit. I like Dishonored. Yeah, I never got to play it. I'm usually sorry, I read that one. Monkey plays a lot of games. Monkey does play a lot of games. I absolutely do. More stealth than I don't do well with stealth games. I fucking suck at stealth games. I don't like stealth. I just want to go in and kill people. Although I am planning to play all of the Hitman series when they release it for people who own 3. I'm playing Battle Brothers. I don't know what that is. Tend to do a lot of reading. Beth's one of those grown-ups. I used to read a lot. I did. I don't know. It's not like I stopped because I'm like, ah, fuck it. I hate reading. I love reading. Around here, it's hard to get a hold of books. And I prefer to read. I prefer to have a book in hand. Going to a bookstore with me, you need to pack a lunch because I will be there for days just browsing. I love bookstores. But I've tried reading on Kindle, and I have read a couple of books on there. It's just not the same. I need the book in my hand. Did you see that video of the chick turning off her husband's console and him saying, "That's all I have"? No, I missed that. That never put your video game above your woman, man. I don't put anything above her. I would turn this off right now if she's like, "I need you." Be like, all right, bye. I probably wouldn't even say bye. Never much like the COD games. I loved Call of Duty 1 and 2. I don't remember if I played 3. I want to say no, but don't quote me on that. And then Modern Warfare came out, and the original Modern Warfare was fucking awesome. My only problem with the original Modern Warfare was the spawn points. The waves of enemies would keep coming until you got to a certain spawn point, and you could literally be like right in front of it, and they would just keep coming, and you had to go just a little bit forward, and then they'd stop. Like, fuck you. But otherwise, I had a lot of fun. How am I today? I'm all right. I could complain, but I just annoy myself. So, but yeah. And then I didn't play any of the Call of Duty games after the first Modern Warfare until they redid Modern Warfare. And the first Modern Warfare of the redos pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad because it's basically just a tutorial to go play online. And then Modern Warfare 2, I did play the new one. And that one was actually pretty good until they give you that weird ending that means nothing to anybody who didn't play Modern Warfare 2 and 3 of the original series. It's literally meaningless. It's like when Cumberfuck says, "God," and everybody like, what? That means nothing to Captain Kirk at that moment because he's never met Khan at that point. Yeah, you can't have a payoff from a previous version of what you did unless you built it up in that version. I used to love Left 4 Dead parties with friends. My children played Left 4 Dead. My sons, I don't remember if my daughter did, but I never played those. Speaking of books, there's a couple of books based around either being the dungeon or being the assistant to the dungeon core. They're stories that exist. I don't know if that would be interesting to me. I'm reading the screenplay for the latest Fantastic Beasts movie. Oh, cool. I like reading plays, which is similar to reading screenplays. Cuts out all the other bullshit. I just get the dialogue, and you have to actually make the story work with that. I really like that. What time? Holy shit. It's already an hour and a half in. You guys are awesome to talk to. Has anybody ever told you that? Fallout 76 was best. I liked 76. And I know I'm alone in this, but I think the people who were upset about it didn't pay attention to what the game was supposed to be. It was a little janky with the building when it came out. And I really think that they needed more resource gathering for it to be a game like that. If any game that exists, any franchise exists that was just calling for a survival game, it was Fallout. And they dropped the ball in not making it an actual survival type game, mostly with the collection and stuff. But the game itself was not that bad, and that goes for when it came out. Fallout 76 is fine, but alone is kind of boring. It kind of is. I mean, it depends on what you like to do. Dying Light is my favorite zombie game. Not played the second one yet. The second one lost my interest. The original one I had a lot of fun, but I played that with Satsu. We played through together. And that might be part of why it kept my interest. The second one I just got bored with, and I never completed it. Whatever you guys saw me do last on stream is all I've done of it. I got bored. Did you ever get into the original XCOM? No. I know Jack likes the XCOM, especially the original one, but I've never played them. I think I have the latest ones of them, but I haven't played them. Look, there's going to be a lot of games where I'll tell you I own that game and I've never played it, and that's the evilness of Steam. Steam is evil. It will make you buy shit you will never play. I just have a lot of games that I've owned over the years, and I want it again because your CDs no longer work, kind of shit. Hey, that's not made for Windows 10. Like, oh, fuck yourself. 76 isn't my cup of tea. I'm more of a single player kind of guy than online multiplayer. The only real issue I have with 76 is like when they have the big group events, they feel out of place. Yesterday I was the Irish truck driver in Texans. Dude, that shit is funny. Keldrick, thank you. Damn, we've gone most of the show without the stars showing up. Thank you for that, Keldrick. You can get the first two screenplays that way. Oh, which one? What are we talking about? I missed something there. I do like reading screenplays. Or well, plays. Not that bad. I couldn't play it for the first 3 months, but that's not a big deal. Are you talking about 76? I just think a lot of people who played 76 were expecting a Fallout game with quests and shit, and that's not how it was really defined. I mean, even with what Howard said, was it named Todd Howard, talking about being able to blow up other people, that was other players. It was never the original description of it. Everything's not a Fallout game in the traditional sense. It was, building the Fallout world. True, but Epic Store, I have hundreds of free indie games. 99% I can't even remember the titles for. Yeah, I don't even turn on Epic anymore. I only turn on Epic when it's like, okay, there's a new game coming out that I want to play, and the only place they're releasing it is here. There's been a few of them where I'm like, fuck it, I'll wait till it comes on Steam. And for the other ones, I'm like, I don't care. I'll guess I'll do an Epic thing and forget it again. For the Fantastic Beasts. Oh, okay, Beth. Welsh Republic podcast. What is he in here? Hi. That name seems familiar. Were you on the stream with Fair and Balanced? Are you the one that was all up on her side? Epic gives away a lot of good free games. So does PlayStation. If you're into consoles, I like places that give away free games, and I'm shocked that Steam hasn't done it. Yes, that was you. Oh, dude. I don't mean to laugh at you, but dude, Farron, what she did is fucked up, and she should be ashamed of herself, and everybody should be shaming her. But anyway, just pulled something on Epic for free that looks interesting. Haven't played it yet, though. I think I opened my Epic the other day just to uninstall Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina. I enjoyed both of those games, although Borderlands 3 is such a letdown for Borderlands 2. But I turned it on just to download those to clear up some space. To be fair, if I were Khan and I once ruled a quarter of the planet or whatever, I'd expect people to know it. How and TOS are bad reboot. No one knows who he is without Google search is weird. Well, I mean, it was hundreds of years ago, wasn't it? And him for to go, God. And it's not necessarily that the people in there didn't know. Even if they did, the audience didn't know. You have to have a build up to that. You can't be like, God, and everybody like, I don't know what that means. Anybody who'd never seen any other Star Trek before has no idea what the fuck that means. If you've never seen Wrath of Khan, or you never watched the original series to see Khan, why would that matter to you? Borderlands 3 was the one with the gay tentacle DLC. What? I feel like I didn't play that DLC. I'm literally playing Borderlands 3 right now. I still love the Borderlands series, and gameplay wise, Borderlands 3 was fun. It's just that the story compared to 1 and 2 is just such a letdown. And I think that's it's not even really their fault. Part of it is. Part of it is their fault. But part of it is that Handsome Jack was just such that was his name, right? Something Jack was such a great antagonist. Following that up is probably always going to be a letdown. But the guy who runs the studio, I forget his name, he's really pissy at streamers and bloggers because they were coming at him. So he decided to make them the bad guy of the game, and it just doesn't work. I disagreed with you. I sided with Farron, and I think Divinity is a bully. Um, Divinity is a bully. You do realize that several times Farron was like, "You're making a mistake. You're gonna regret this," basically threatening her. And I'm not dragging other people into this. By the way, Nick said you're wrong. It was just funny to watch. We talked about Farron earlier. We talked about her earlier. Yeah, that bitch should be ashamed of what she did. God, yeah, Rodline, fucking God. And seriously, with his foot-shaped face, that is such a fucking disturbing scene. Sure, but in Space Seed, even the archaeologists didn't know until they go through the library tapes. Well, hundreds of years ago. I I hear what you're saying about him, being that big of a ruler at the time. Yeah, maybe. But you would think he's dead. And so Khan, how many people named Khan have shown up since then? You know what I mean? That'd be like going, Smith. Oh, which one? There have been quite a few of them. You can't have that reveal without the audience understanding that that's a big deal. And because it just kills that moment. It kills it. Which game are we talking about there? Oh, Borderlands is fun, Welsh. I didn't play the Borderlands when it first came out, and it was on purpose. It got glowing reviews talking about the first one. And frankly, if you play it, make sure you get the updated first one because they added some quality of life improvements to it. But I didn't play it because I did not like the art style. The cell shaded art style, the over the top cell shaded art style in that one, I'm good. It just doesn't translate well to the 2D page. And once I got in there, it's like, yeah, I don't mind this at all, really. But that's why I stayed away. And you guys know how I feel about like black and white movies. If there's something that artistically puts me off, I can't. I just fucking can't. And Satsu's like, you ever played Borderlands? I'm like, no. But he talked me into playing, and I had a great time. Borderlands 2 is fucking amazing. That's such a fun game. And the story of it is pretty good too. And then 3 comes along like, well, it was Borderlands. I had fun with it. One of the problems, Borderlands has this problem too. Borderlands brings in characters that I feel like you actually had to play other things to understand, because they bring in the one chick from the pre-sequel. They bring in one of the guys from Tales from the Borderland, at least one of them. Have you played BioShock? I played BioShock 1, 2, and Infinity. I have not beat any of them. I got bored. So, yeah. Young Spock having to go ask old Spock who the hell Khan is shows the flaw in doing that. They should have just left Khan alone. Just make a new story. And that, I am pissed that they killed Maya and not that little brat. Yes, absolutely. I get what they were going for. You got to have that dramatic moment, right? Ever dip your toes into Elden Ring? Nope. And Elden Ring is one I probably won't play, just because of the and I know people say, hey, it's not exactly a Dark Souls. It's got that whole Dark Souls thing to it. I have watched some gameplay of it, but I can't. You have to finish Infinity or Infinite or watch it. It's mind bending. Maybe one day when I'm looking for something to watch while I'm playing a game, I'll throw it on. Yeah, I just got bored in the story of BioShock and the gameplay. I know some people love it, I really do, but I just got bored with it, I really did. Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel was fun. The pre-sequel pissed me off. The whole air thing was just dumb. I really didn't like it, and the fights where you have to be in, like, zero gravity and stuff, I didn't care for. It's just annoying to try to it's just annoying, I'll leave it at that. To me, I know some people don't mind it, some people liked it. I just didn't care for it. It felt like such a, um, gimmick. That one just felt so gimmicky to me. So, yeah, I didn't really care for that one. We played through the whole series over on Satsu's channel. We played 1, 2, 3, the pre-sequel. The only thing we didn't play, and I don't think you can even do multiplayer on it, is, Tales from the Borderlands, which I did play. Um, and it's a good story. My problem with Tales from the Borderland is that fucking thing is long. By the time I was ready to end, we still had, like, 8 hours to go. I'm like, "This should be over by now." Have you played Aliens Colonial Marine? No. I liked it more than Aliens Isolation. Isn't Colonial Marines the one that everybody dogs on? I've never played it, but isn't that the one that everybody's like, "Oh, that game sucks." Um, yeah, never played it though. There was a radio drama for BioShock that covered the events leading up to the BioShock. Oh, cool. Oh, and by the way, I'm not saying anything mean against a game like that. Fuck, man. I was just defending 76, man. I defend a lot of games that people think are shit that I enjoyed. I think this is a problem with the online world. And I use Nickelback as an example. Just throw that out there. Um, I think a lot of hate online for things like Nickelback is people just jumping on board. And I think that happens with games. When it comes to something like Cyberpunk 2077, it's an all right game. Yes, there were some weird bugs in it, especially if you played on the consoles, but the computer version of it, it's not what they promised you at the beginning. So I understand people have been with it all along, being like, "Oh yeah, no," but there's no way in fuck all of those people were on board the full time. A lot of people just jump on the hate bandwagon to jump on the hate bandwagon, and you can actually see some reviewers do this who will come out and be like, "I like that game," and then it turns out everybody else hates it. And they're, "Oh yeah, I hate that fucking game." Not mentioning anybody's names who starts with Joe. Sorry, it ends with Joe. Starts with angry, but I think there's way too much of that online. If you enjoy a game, fucking enjoy your game. Don't let anybody else tell you was shit. I may hate a game you like. I may tell you all the things I hate about it. That doesn't mean you have to hate it. And this is something that people get so fucking offended. Real quick, Rodline said, former coworker of mine did art on Bioshock, mostly the plasma effect. Sweet. That's awesome, man. Nobody likes Nickelback. Or Monkey likes Nickelback. I do. I like Nickelback. Um, they have a lot of good songs, especially ones that didn't get released. That not released for radio play that are on the CDs. Yes, I own Nickelback CDs. Find that if I wait 6 months, I'm happy with the games. Buying something at launch is 50-50. Greg, I'm going to disagree with you there. I would say it's 30-70, especially these days, man. So many games come out just broken as fuck. What does perturbed Pedro have to do with this? Just the fact that he's one of those people that, oh my God, everybody doesn't like it, so now I have to change my opinion. Fucking hate that shit. I like Colonial Marines. I liked it better than the Aliens Fire Team, but Fire Team, I often got stuck with retards. Yeah, I put in more hours in Minecraft than Monk has in 7 days. Look, man, if you guys enjoy something, enjoy it. Just fucking enjoy it. And if people give you shit for it, laugh it off. You guys don't have to like Nickelback for me to like Nickelback. It's all right. I understand some people don't like people who can play instruments and actually sing. I get it. I like corporate Nickelback. The early stuff is rough. That's fair. I mean, most bands get better with age. I think the Nickelback song I liked was Far Away. I like Far Away. Um, fuck, what's the name of that? Side of a Bullet, I think is the name of it. It's not, it wasn't released for radio play. I really like that song. Um, what's the song about the whore? Naughty Wicked Witch of the West. What the fuck is the name of that one? I'm singing in my head right now because I don't remember all the names. If you tell me you didn't sing to Rockstar, I won't believe you. Rockstar was actually good. Monkey stealing Razor's joke about Joe. I'm not stealing his joke. I'm just pointing out it's true. He's one of the worst for having to be he's a bandwagoner. If everybody likes it, he'll like it. If everybody hates it, he'll hate it. The dude has no fucking opinions of his own. Is it called Naughty Wicked Witch of the West? I love that song. It's all singing about this chick who she's basically a whore. She only does it for money. You better have money if you want to deal with that chick. It's good old fashioned rock and roll. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, man. It's not that we have a problem with you liking Nickelback, but we will make fun of you for. I don't mind being made fun of. See, this is one of those times I wish I could give people my brain, and not because I think, oh, I'm so good, but I don't get offended if people don't like something I like. It's called shaking hands. Thank you, cigar chomping penguin. Yes, thank you. Shaking hands. If you never heard Shaking Hands by Nickelback, check it out. I really do like that one. I've never minded it if I like something and somebody else doesn't. This goes back to childhood, man. And when I was growing up, it's like, oh, you like Prince? That's so gay. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gay. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I like Prince. And oh, that's gay, I guess. I mean, if I'm still going to listen to it, I'm not going to stop listening because you said it's gay. I really don't care. I will listen to people's opinions, and yeah, sometimes people have good points. But even things where I can point and go, yeah, that's bad. This has bad parts to it. I can still like it. I can like things that are bad. How many people love bad movies? You know what I mean? It's okay to love bad movies, but don't like a bad song. Fuck, what's that fat chick who sang that really popular, catchy song? Now I can't even remember it. She got in trouble because she was talking about skinny girls. Fuck is the name of the song? I can see her. Megan Trainor's who sang it. Fuck is the name of the song? Her really, really popular one. I love that song. I have no apologies for doing so. Yes, Megan Trainor. I just don't remember what the name of the song was. All About That Bass. Thank you, Bubba. See, you guys know that fucking song. Y'all listen to it. Don't act like you better than that. All About That Bass. I fucking love that song. It is so catchy. And I really like the video too. I think it's funny as shit. And hey, you shouldn't. That's a dumb song. It is fucking dumb as shit, but it is catchy and I love it. I have no strong opinion on Nickelback. Side of a Bullet is good. I love the music to Leader of Men. Don't care for the lyrics. That's fair. Side of a Bullet is a really good song. I was shocked. The first time it came on, I was just listening to the CD when I got it. And I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, this is actually kind of deep. It's kind of deep. I'm here for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm listening to a hair metal band, basically a modern hair metal band. And I was not expecting that. But I mean, thinking back, I love power ballads, always have. And look at like Poison, Something to Believe In, one of my favorite songs ever. That's a deep fucking song too. Frank, thank you. Side of a Bullet was about Dimebag Darrell's death and actually has a riff that never ended up in a Pantera song from Dime that his brother let him use. I feel like Seether is a better Nickelback. They're not horrible, just wouldn't spend money on them. That's fair. My point with Nickelback is I'm 99% positive that half the people who diss on Nickelback have never heard a single fucking lyric or note from them. Not a fucking one. Side of a Bullet was for Dime. It's such a good song, man. Fuck. Frank, thank you. Limp Bizkit gets a lot of hate, but I enjoy most of their catalog. I like some Limp Bizkit. The only time I make jokes about Limp Bizkit is when Alex is here because he once got called his avatar when he was first starting out. Somebody wrote an article that he ended up in, and they said it looked like a Limp Bizkit ripoff or something like that. So I still fuck with him about it. God, I love Something to Believe in. Oh man, I fucking love that song. I listen to it probably weekly. My music is on a lot, you guys. Oh yeah, all my saying Nickelback sucks is just to mess with you and for the joke. And please don't stop. Please don't stop. I like that shit. I think we need more of that. That's what they call bullying today. That's not bullying. It's ribbing. You know what I mean? It's just some ribbing. And it's okay. All of the 80 hair bands need to be lost to history. You're wrong, Evil Ferret. You're just wrong. Whatever happened to Limp Bizkit? They got a little stiff. That would have been a better joke if I hadn't stepped on it. It's just bands. Exactly. How come nobody can have fun anymore without getting their fucking feelings hurt all the time? Maybe it is because I grew up with the name Francis, man. I got that boy named Sue mentality. You know what I mean? Except for I don't fight over it, I guess. Like, This Is How You Remind Me, hate everything else I've heard. How You Remind Me, yeah, I like that song. And again, it's fair. If there's stuff you don't like, that's fair. I just think a lot of people jump on bandwagons because that's the cool thing to do. And they're afraid, oh my God, somebody might know I listen to that. Fuck you. I will listen to whatever I goddamn well please. I'm getting serious cotton mouth right now, and I have no idea why. And it's not a good thing to happen when you're on stream. I'm not smoking the bad stuff, I promise. Francis, so like that guy who did Girls Gone Wild? Was that his name? That's much better than the guy from Pee Wee Herman. Remember Pee Wee's Big Adventure? The fat guy was Francis. Grow up with that shit going around. Okay, Francis. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My guilty pleasure is Maroon 5. I would like Maroon 5 better if they stopped with all the damn auto tune. Because Adam has a really nice voice, and I don't understand why they use it. Same thing. My wife loves. Oh God, what's the guy's name who does Circle? Fuck, I can see him. Damn, I can't think of his name. But he's a good singer. He has a very good singing voice, and they auto tune the shit out of half. Post Malone, thank you, Joe. Post Malone has a really good singing voice, and for some reason they throw on the auto tune. Like, why the fuck are you doing that to a song that you'd be great at? Comrade Kitty, thank you so much. Hydration check. I am trying. I probably should have water instead of soda, as dry as my mouth is. I'm probably dehydrated as a motherfucker right now. Anyway, by the way, I do like the song Circle because he's not auto-tuned in that fucking song. I hate auto-tune. It's as bad as the fucking synthesizer shit from the disco era. Oh, please take it away. Please take it away. And so many of these people can actually sing well. I was white, black in school. Most of my friends would jokingly make fun of me for my music choices. I liked Avenged Sevenfold. They had a song about a hoary girl called Girl I Know. I know very little of Avenged Sevenfold. My oldest son, middle child, huge fan of them. The only song I know, and I fucking love it, is Nightmare. One of the songs when I'm getting ready for a show and I need to get in a mood, when I need to get myself jazzed up, like, okay, it's time to do a show. Let's get ready to roll. I will throw on Nightmare and turn that motherfucker way loud, probably destroying my ears. Because Nightmare is one of my favorites. The changes in rhythm and the ups and downs in that song are fucking almost perfect. I would take disco over 80s hair bands. Uh, have you ever had your ears checked? Smile by Uncle Kracker is good. I love Smile. I love Uncle Kracker. His album No Stranger to Shame, the whole fucking thing is good. There's not a single song I don't like on that. Thunderhead Hawkins is great. What's it called? Letter to My Daughter, Note to My Daughters. That one's awesome. No Stranger to Shame is great. Trying to think of all of them. Have you ever heard his song? My girlfriend has a girlfriend now. I think it's the name of it. Where he's singing to his mom and dad about how his girlfriend left him because she's become a lesbian. It's a fucking funny song. But Uncle Cracker's another one. Good to Be Me. That's another one. If I'm needing to get pumped up, turn that on. Turn it way the fuck up. Disco has its place, but not in my ears. I like some disco, not very much of it though. I like what tended to be, the popular songs. Staying Alive, that pops on. How can you not just dance? That song is fucking awesome. The Beast in the Harlot is a good song. I have to check it out, James. Like I said, my son had a big fan. Oh, here we go. Cigars talking my language. Matchbox 20. I love Matchbox 20. Cody is one of my favorite songs ever. Matchbox 20 was one of my favorites as a kid. Crying Shame. They broke up after 2 or 3 albums. I thought they were still together. Are they not together anymore? Yeah, their first album. That's another one. Almost Perfect album. Haven't heard the first one. Love Good to Be Me. Which one? Thunderhead Hawkins? Thunderhead Hawkins is actually about what's his name? He's a country singer. What's his name? Is it Merle Haggard? No, it's about Hank Williams Jr. Right? I'm right on that. I'm almost positive. But yeah, if you've never heard the entire No Stranger to Shame album, nuts, give it a listen. It's really good. James Colley, thank you. Disco, as in the disco in the trash. Yes, I'm really not a fan of disco. Me and what's his name? Old grumpy guy. Fuck. My fucking brain, guys. I hate these pills. And every time I look it up and I see, memory loss is an issue with these. I'm like, well, couldn't you made it my long-term memory, not the short-term? Bloodwing. Thank you, Faithless. Me and Bloodwing had a long discussion about disco. He loves disco. He's from that era, and I fucking hate most of it. And that says no girlfriend or girlfriend got a girlfriend. Oh, yeah. Check that one out. It's a lot of fun. It's just a silly song, and it's very catchy. I'm a big fan of Uncle Kracker. He's actually a really good singer. You really want to hear something smooth? Look up Richard Dimple Fields. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Trust me, you'll never forget it. I'll have to check that out. Old grumpy guy. Am I wrong? Welsh, what's with the down faces? What's going on with that? What's it, Doug? I see you. You see me. I see you too. Xbox 360 was great. I'm not a big console player. I love my mouse and keyboard. I don't have anything against consoles, but I think the last one I played, probably the PlayStation 2 was the last one I played with any regularity. Besides handhelds, I play handhelds because I love my fucking Pokemon games. I know it got overplayed on the radio and TV, but Unwell is good. Oh, I love Unwell. Bright Lights, Rain Man. Don't make me go listen to Matchbox after this. I'll probably be listening to Matchbox after. I fucking love Matchbox 20. Welsh has a previous comment. All right, I'm scrolling back up because I'm trying to pay attention, but I don't. Look, I'm not good at it. Let's be honest. We all know I fucking suck at reading chat. I try. Does that count? I don't see anything. Is this one of the times where it's not? Okay, I just need to bring this up real fast. This happened the other night. I proved it on stream. Sometimes I'm reading the actual YouTube chat here when I should probably be reading the one from StreamYards. For some reason, messages are not getting through on YouTube. I don't know what it is, so I may have missed something there. So I'm sorry. What else is going on here? I got an Xbox One for the kid. I can't control her anymore. I grew up on consoles. I have so much. My problem with those is just first-person shooters. I can play pretty much anything else on a console. I cannot aim worth a fuck with joysticks. I just can't. I've tried, and it sucked. I'm looking forward to them finally porting Sapphire onto the Switch. I thought Sapphire was on the Switch. What am I missing? Ruby and Sapphire? Those are older ones, right? Are they redoing them like they did with some of the other ones they've redone? They need to redo Black and White. That's the ones they should be working on. James Colley, thank you. PSA: if you ever catch the peekaboo virus, you'll go straight to the ICU. I am sure that means something, but I have no. Oh, never mind. I get it. Fuck, that took me a minute. I'm so fucking out of it, man. I seriously, if you get the chance to take gabapentin, don't. It will, man, my brain is mush. Fucking hate that shit. Thank you, James. I apologize for missing the joke in that. I still love the new song I told you about, Sindhu. Am I saying that right? Sesh by Pete and Bass. It's an unexpectedly gangster rap song from the UK. It's so awesome to listen to. I'll have to check it out. Look, there's a lot of things you guys tell me, and I just space it afterwards. Unfortunately. Holy shit. All right, we're at the 2-hour mark. I would love to keep going, but Monkey's slow. Monkey not slow. Monkey just brain dead. Just full on brain dead. Let's call it what it is. I read it 3 times and I didn't get it. I'm so I do have to wrap this up. I have a game stream to do. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for entertaining me for all this. I really do prefer this kind of stream. I have a lot of fun just talking with you guys. It's not that I hate when we talk stories and stuff, but right now the political cycle is like stuck in a holding pattern, and we just keep going over the same shit over and over and over and over. And my brain just like, I don't want to do it no more. So it's fun to come on and have these stream of conscious, just talking with you guys streams. It's a lot of fun. And anyway, so thank you. I love you. Thank you for the donations. You guys are awesome. Sorry I didn't get the joke sometimes because I'm blaming the medicine. All right. I just am. It might be because I'm getting old. That happens, but it's definitely the medicine. Be over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. We'll probably be playing some Hogwarts. I really want to play the Son of the Forest. That was a lot of fun, but I think me and Sats are going to play that tomorrow. So we got to get back into Legacy because I do want to finish that on stream. We'll be over there in just a few minutes. I got to get a couple of things set before I can do my next stream. Twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. Love you guys. Don't forget to share. Hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And I will see you guys later. The show is over. It's time to go. I'm going to keep singing. Don't you know? That's a bad song, but it's what I got to do. Sometimes I sing. That was... The songs have been bad lately, and I apologize for that. I will try to do better. No, I'm not. Kind of the purpose. See you later, guys.